And we will find the guy that has the pre-production John Deere D. It's like the experimental, it's the granddaddy of every tractor here.
I am about to take you on a tour and show you some great displays of some very talented people and friends of mine.
Oh man, I don't think this will be the last one of these I'll be having.
I'm Kurt Aumann of Aumann Auctions. We have been in business for over 60 years, and I've tried countless times to put into words the adventures we go on and the situations we get into, but I just can never seem to do it, so we're going to show you. We are an international auction company specializing in all things vintage power. Through our adventures, we have seen some of the rarest items in the world, from vintage tractors, trucks, cars, signs, memorabilia, and so much more. We are not just an auction company, we are collectors with a passion for the items we sell. But it's not just about the items, it's also about the people. We get to experience, share, and tell the history of our past. Every day is different in the auction industry. Now it's time we take you on the adventure with us. Okay, so the Classic Green group is one of our favorite groups to work with. This is the predominant group for John Deere tractors, and they do a fabulous job of putting on a show. One of the mantras of this group is it's all about the people, and they make it about the people. The tractors are the common denominator that bring them all together, and they do a fabulous job of putting on a show.
Here at Classic Green, there was a lot of things that really stood out as we went through all the displays, the tractors and everything. But the display that Daryl Cox had put together and built, kind of an old style John Deere type dealership with many new old stock items in it. It was really a neat setup, and a lot of time went into that.
Daryl Cox.
Yes, sir.
Daryl, tell me where you're from. And
I'm Daryl Cox from Lexington, Tennessee, which is in West Tennessee.
Okay.
And
what's your involvement here with the Classic Green?
well, mainly I'm on the committee here on the memorabilia and toys section of the show, and I actually built this display here to display all of my memorabilia stuff. And what I've tried to copy was the old TV show Green Acres. And so since we're Classic Green, I call this Classic Green Acres.
That's right.
And I wanted the old building with the old telephone up on the pole and that sort of stuff. So that was kind of my theme.
Probably took you a long time to put all this stuff together.
Yes, it did. I probably took me a good day and a half, me and another guy and about 3 women hustling it to put all this display together.
Yeah.
And up here on the gable, I'm not sure what it come off of. I think it's off an old Thrasher or something. A shield.
Binder shield. Yeah.
Okay.
That's super cool. Yep.
And
But
boom.
I'll tell you, I honestly, I was kind of looking through here, and I really like the cotton picker spindle lube can, the green and yellow one.
Yeah.
And all the cotton picker spindle grease. Those are really neat too.
Yeah, they're pretty rare. A lot of can collectors up north really like to get their hands on that. Because, they're just not that plentiful up there. And they're pretty. This is very scarce. This green and yellow.
Yes, I picked that one out. That's my favorite one.
And also, it has a wooden handle on it.
Yeah, that's an amazing can there. I'll tell you what, Daryl, I really appreciate what you've done and brought to the table here.
Yeah.
And,
well, I'm just here to support Classic Green.
And you're doing a great job.
This is my home state, and they voted to come here, so I wanted to do all I could. And I hope, when we go to other parts of the country, they can draw from other resources, and might be somebody like me do something like this that I couldn't do if I was 8 or 10 hours away. I probably couldn't do this display, but
Right. Well, it's very impressive and amazing, and
yeah.
did a great job putting it all together. And thanks very much for
thank you.
spending time
Yeah,
with us.
I appreciate it. Enjoyed it.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right.
I really appreciated the time that went into that. And I mean, I collect a lot of the same era things and old dealership items. So it was just a really, really neat setup, and it really stood out in my mind as, you know, one of my favorite things at the Classic Green reunion.
Hey guys, we're here at Classic Green 23, Lebanon, Tennessee, at the Wilson County Fairgrounds. Fantastic event. We got something really exciting to show you. Come on. And when you get here, it's the Charles English family, Senior, Junior, and the Third, and the Centennial John Deere D.
I want to talk to you a little bit about the 1937 Centennial D. Well, way back then, John Deere Company was celebrating and commemorating their 100th anniversary or their centennial. John Deere Company made a lot of different items to celebrate the 100th anniversary, including painting one John Deere tractor gold. The tractor was said to have been displayed widely. We know it was at the Kansas City branch office and also in Illinois, so assume Moline. It was then given to a dealer in Kingfisher, Oklahoma, and they were celebrating their 25th anniversary, so it turned out quite well. I'm going to show you a picture of it as it was at their dealership in Kingfisher. All right, then it was then sold to a farmer named G.D. Hancock, and he farmed with it hard. It was then traded into a Massey Harris dealer in 1955, and then they repainted it green and resold it. And then the Beecher family and Kingfisher ended up with it, and they farmed with it until 1970. Then it was taken apart, and Dad bought it around 1997, took it home, restored it to all of its beauty, and it's been to well over 100 shows now. And then after he got done restoring it, he decided to make a little half-scale tractor for the grandkids to play with. And also he made a replica of the 1837 plow. So once again, I want to thank everybody for coming out and enjoy the show.
So we're at Classic Green this year, and we kind of came to network a little bit and let everybody know what Old Iron Garage is. But while we're here, we're also recording for the Old Iron Talk podcast. So here shortly, we're going to record an episode with Dave Jepson and kind of get his opinion and what he thinks of Classic Green this year. Okay, Dave, so have you had a chance to look around here today?
I have. I've been inside the buildings, like the building we're in. I've been outside, and it is remarkable the variety that's here, from industrials
Yes.
to original paint tractors to the early D's to the new generation to the Generation 2 John Deeres, cotton pickers, combines, lawn and garden tractor. The variety is just unbelievable. We got orchard tractors, tractors on steel wheels, tractors on rubber tires, and the memorabilia dealers, the collectibles. It has it all.
Everything.
It has
yes,
it all.
they
yeah.
really do.
They do.
Of course, everybody knows the popularity of the new generation tractors that came out in 1960, the 4010, 3010, 5010. The next generation came out a little bit later with the new style 4020s, 3020s, and then after that came out the Generation 2 tractors, which the 30 series right here. The smallest of the row crop versions, the 4030, this happens to be a gas model, which is quite unique. A lot more diesels of those were made. With a narrow front end, which is a limited production, only in the first or second year that the tractors came out because they had a flaw with the weight distribution on the front. The narrow front ends couldn't handle the weight limits of that. But very nice example, restored by a good friend of mine out of Missouri. But a gas version of that is quite unique. Very interesting to see that here. So truly neat to see that with the long axles, no less, I might add. So open station, again, Small cattlemen like that. They also came out with the Sound Guard body cab at that time, which was the industry's quietest cab on the market, only 75 decibels, which really set the standard for cab comfort, for operator comfort. Of course, ergonomic controls with all the controls on the right-hand side. It really made it a fun tractor to drive, comfortable. Farmers could sit in the seat a lot longer, which made for more productivity, wasn't as fatigued at the end of the day, helping with larger farms becoming more and more profitable. So at the time, the largest four-wheel drive tractor that John Deere had was, of course, this 8850 with that 955 cubic inch V8 engine that Deere was experimenting with at the time. We're standing here with the owner, and tell us about this tractor. How'd you come about it? Have you been in the family?
I'm not a farmer. I'm just
Okay.
a tractor fan, and
Wonderful.
in the 1980s growing up, this was the biggest tractor, and it was just so cool to see it. I never thought I would own a four-wheel drive tractor.
Sure.
But I had a chance to purchase at my local John Deere dealer. Took it in on trade, Hudson Equipment in Hopkinsville, Kentucky.
Kentucky,
And,
okay.
I went there to rent a Gator, and it was on the lot. And
Renegade brought home a 8850. Interesting.
The tough thing is that it's about the same price as a Gator, so I think I got a lot more steel.
A lot more
for
steel
the
for the
money,
buck.
but
You bet. You bet.
It's really an exciting tractor because it's the only V8 powered tractor John Deere offered, and they did manufacture the engine. It was used in wheel loaders, tugboats.
A lot
and
of
this,
the industrial side. Yep.
This
yep.
articulated tractor.
Yep. It was the only engine that they used in the ag V8 wagon was this engine here. After
Yes.
that, they've abandoned that concept and went with the inline sixes. So, well, phenomenal. Now, is this all original? Has it been repainted?
It is all original. For the show, I had the grill repainted. One of the previous owners had painted the grill black,
Okay.
which gives it a good highlight and accent, but I wanted to have the factory look,
Back to
so I
factory
just
original.
had that.
How many hours on this machine?
5,100. So
5,100. So it's fairly low hour for a machine of this
Yes,
age.
it just turned 41 this year. And actually, in repainting the grill, I had never really thought about the serial number on the tractor. I knew it was a 1982 model. The tractors were introduced in New Orleans in July of 1982. And taking the grill off, it had 090 written on the back of the grill, and it said 8681. So I was curious about it, so I looked up John Deere serial numbers, and the 8850 starts at serial number 2000, and this one is 2009. So it's the 10th one built, and serial number 9.
Extremely early production. That is wonderful. And you just stumbled onto it.
I never thought, just thought, hey, I've got an 8850, that's cool enough.
That's all I wanted, and to find out is that low production.
And there were 1,738 produced from 82 to 88.
Wow, phenomenal. Well, let's see if this will fire up then.
All right, let's do that.
All right.
Thanks, brother. All right, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, here, I like these.
Might be that dual exhaust one.
Yeah.
Can't tell.
Oh, I like these.
I don't know if the lighting.
Woo!
Yeah, right.
Look how beefy.
Yeah, but that dual exhaust, that's where it's at.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like this. Is a tough looking tractor here. This old D here, 1950 John Deere D. Look at the beats on that thing, man. off with the tractor. 53D, look at the meats on that.
I know it. Unreal. The rubber.
Yeah. Look at this one.
Yeah.
Duals on that one, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Extended duals.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Sweet. Guys, I want you to see something here. You need to take this in. You've seen pistons before, right? Okay, well look at these pistons. Now that's a piston there, right here on the ground.
Your Model D's running 2 of those, that's it.
Yep.
Just 2 huge cylinders.
That's right.
That's where you get that beautiful pop, pop, pop from.
That's where you hear the thunder. Yep. It's awesome, but I just thought, you know, you got to appreciate the size of those pistons.
Yeah,
running.
and I'm not sure right off the top of my head, but I think it's over 500 cubic inches, isn't it? A D?
I think so.
I think
you're right.
Any one of these guys would know, but
yeah.
You think about a 500 cubic inch car engine.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's 500 cubic inches and 2 cylinders.
That's right. Now wrapping things up here at Classic Green Reunion 2023. And as you can see, we've got tables and we've got the big overhead screen. We've got everything that's coming down. So been another great show, great turnout, a lot of great people, and we really enjoyed the show, and we're proud to be a partner and sponsor of the Classic Green Reunion of 2023.
So one of the things that they do at the Classic Green Gathering is they have a banquet on Saturday night, and they've asked me to do a live auction at the banquet to help raise some funds for the club. It's been a while since I've had a live auction. Everything has went online, so as I was driving over to Columbus, I got to wondering if my yodeler still worked, so I had to do a little practice on the drive over, but just like riding a bicycle, everything came back to me. I don't know if any of you noticed, but Hamilton's got a southern accent. And this guy did. And he said, where'd you go to school? Hamilton said, where'd you go to school at? The guy said, Yale. I said, what? Yale? Where'd you go to school at?
What are we going to get on it tonight? Here we go. $500.
There's always a certain electricity that happens at a live auction, and we had great help over there with Brian Holst and Dave McKieran and Hamilton Halford, my main man from Georgia, and Dan Meisner. They were my ring man, and they were out getting the crowd pumped up and catching bids, and we sold a lot of exhibits for a lot of money, and it all went to a great cause.
Sold it, $850 right there.
Classic Green 23 was a huge hit. Show went over. It was really phenomenal. I mean, the grounds were phenomenal. The people were fantastic. The exhibits were over the top. Having the 100th anniversary of the John Deere D, there were probably more Ds there than have ever showed up at a show, and everything from the bathtub D to a 53 electric start D. So really, really, really great. It's always a highlight of the show season. These shows only happen every 2 years, so they're very special. The next one is going to be in Wisconsin, so we certainly would encourage any of you that are interested in the John Deere brand to watch the Classic Green website and plan on attending in 2025 in Wisconsin.